Happy Monday, live from Belize. Um, for those of you who know me, you probably heard me mention once or 80 times my commitment and desire to get myself to Belize. And I'm here, and it is magical, it's wonderful. And I just always love traveling by myself anyway. So it's just going to be a great experience, and it has. But the basis of today's message is really based on something I've experienced several times, at least 10 times. And at some point, somebody says, don't trouble your heart. Don't stress your heart. Because I'm constantly like, well, is this enough? Do you have anything? Is the money switching over? Do I use Belizean dollars or do I use American? I'm so worked up. I bring so much frantic energy to so much that I do, but I don't know that I'm doing it. Even when I think I'm being chill, it takes people who live in the chill, who calibrate at chill, to remind me all the ways that I just get worked up, worked up, worked up. So also, our bodies are so dysregulated. Our bodies, like, we're constantly just throttling on, we're just waiting for something. We're constantly waiting on something. We don't get the rest and the downtime that we really, really need to be well. And just walking around this place, and it's just, I was in a car, and I asked the person, the guy who's helping me look for properties and look for stuff, and he had his assistant with him. And I said, hey, what are your thoughts about tariffs? Are you affected by tariffs? And they, in unison, they're like, shh, we don't care. Who cares? And I'm like, but, right? Because we're so fixated on everything that's happening politically. And they're like, can you control it? And then he turned to me and said, can you control what happens with those tariffs? I said, no. And it just made me think about all the things that I can't control that I'm obsessing about. So much obsession, just trying to get things done, trying to get this, going through a divorce, mom with dementia, like, the message for today is really about, one, can you control it? Can you control the things that you're stressing about? We trouble ourselves, right? We trouble our hearts. And he didn't say, don't let your heart be troubled. He said, don't trouble your heart. And so much of this is about learning to be in the unknown, learning to be in the frustrations of life, learning to do these things in a way where we don't feel like we have to or can control everything. So I think when we can kind of just slow down, chill, and start to really get clear that we don't really have control over anything. We don't have control. We don't have control over anything. That's where the liberation comes in. Sorry about that, y'all. The power went out. It started raining like buckets, which it does here. But I was listening to this document, Will Smith, one time, and he was saying something like the greatest point of peace is when you feel like you're closest to death. So he's talking about his experience jumping out of a plane and just feeling free. And I had that exact same moment because I think that's the first time in my life where I felt like I got no control. Whatever happens, happens. And when you're at that place of whatever happens, happens, you're so hyper present. You're just focused on the moment. You're not focused, you're not future tripping, you're not thinking about the past, you're just in that moment. And I know for me that when you're present in the moment, you really don't care about stuff. Listen, I've been on this whole divorce, am I gonna, all of that stuff. Am I gonna end up with this or get that, or what's gonna happen? I don't care, because what I want is freedom. And when I start thinking about I want it to look like this, be like this, and the tighter I make my the possibilities of what I want, the more stress it causes. So when I step back and say, well, what I want is something magical and amazing, far beyond what I can even imagine. So why am I focusing on this little possibility? What I want is something that defies logic and reason. Like, who knew this was possible, right? So I'm releasing all this stuff about what I get, what I don't get, I got one thing in mind, and that is to be free. And that is to be able to um, release all of the like heaviness that's coming with this whole process. And so I just invite us all to try to find that point of liberation. And for me, it's shown up like, I don't care. I lost lots of clients. I don't care. Do I continue to, pursue or follow, paths that present themselves to me? Sure, absolutely. But do I stress out about clients, about this divorce, about even my mom's dementia? This is her journey. It sucks and it's hard. But part of the reason I stopped taking any kind of stimulant or weed or alcohol or any of that is because I don't want to miss any part of my life. And life is both good and bad. It is both triumph and defeat. I don't want to miss any of it. And I can't control anything. So I feel like I'm Forrest Gumping my way through life. I'm just following the next thing that presents itself and just following my intuitive nudgings and guides, um, and being liberated. So I'm not saying that I want everybody to just say, forget it. I don't care about anything, because I care about the people I love. I care about my health. I care about, right? All of these things. But those are the only things I can control, is how well I love my family and friends, how well I take care of my body, how well I react to things that are hard. So anyway, this is Belize talking. I might get back to the States and be like, I hate it here. This is hard. But I have found something different here. And this is how I want to live my life. And if it means moving here to live it that way and getting out of the energetic, toxic, then that is something that I'm open to. So take care. Have a great week. Look at the stuff just say about something. I don't care. Somebody in traffic cut you off. I don't care. Somebody having a bad day and they try to take it out on you. I don't care. Just try it on. That whole I don't care thing is, yeah. Okay. Till next Monday.